Hey everybody, welcome. It's the Playhouse on Parks. Pinkalicious cast, where are they now? Where are you all now? I mean, I'm in my office with all this stuff, and I think I just remembered, hang on one second, that there were no official pictures of this cast, but I have this. Aww. And I think of all the shows we did at the Playhouse, maybe there were 3 total in 11 years that weren't photographed. And for some reason, yours was not. But somehow...
We were too busy doing a zillion performances to remember to put somebody there to take photos.
Yeah.
So
one of the most successful shows in our history, and we didn't record it, and we didn't take a picture. Oh,
there's just a reason, and I don't know whether the photographer wasn't available, but I have it in my office, so I'm so happy from all of you. So yeah, okay. So let's do a little intro. Darlene Zoller, I was the director. Sean, you were the artistic director on this show.
Yep.
So Andee, let's go to you.
Hi, I'm Andee Buccheri. I played Allison, and I also played the doctor.
Woohoo! Peej?
I'm Peej. I played Peter.
Great, and I will do the translation. That was Peej Mele, and he played Peter.
Wow.
Oh my
God. So much.
Sound like an alien.
Ronnie Bowman.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Bowman Jr. and I played Mr. Pinkalicious, the dad.
Yeah.
Yes. It was so lovely too. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I played Mrs. Pinkalicious, or Pinkerton, I think maybe was our last name. Which is why I guffawed a second ago. But I like Mrs. and Mr. Pinkalicious way better.
Mrs. Pinkalicious.
Woo! All right. Tori.
I'm Tori Mooney, and I was the one and only Pinkalicious.
The one and only. Oh my gosh. So the Playhouse is trying to do a few series on cast members and where they are now. And I chose you because a lot of you have done multiple shows at our theater. And it's just fun to look back at all of the things you've done. And I had little screenshots to show you, but because I'm not on my laptop, I can't actually show you. But maybe I can just flip them up the way I was doing a moment ago. But I think I'm just going to go around and ask you all what other shows you've done at the Playhouse. So Andee, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. So Pinkalicious came right after A Chorus Line. Yes. Like a couple shows after. So that was where I got my foot in the door with Playhouse, and then I got to come back and do Pinkalicious, and then the following year I did Elephant and Piggy, which was also a great experience.
Andee, can you hold the phone a little bit? What was really the first time you ever performed at the Playhouse?
Oh, the first time I ever performed at the Playhouse was before it officially opened.
Right.
It was a review called Something Cool This Way Comes.
Icy Hot.
Yeah, and I was like 14. Everybody was older than me, and I was just so thrilled to be hanging with the big kids. I felt like a professional. Yeah, so you guys have really been able to watch me grow up, which is really exciting.
Been so
Icy Hot Cabaret.
Yeah.
I'm showing you all my graphics.
Oh, and then you also did a couple Mama D's.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a lot of Mama. It's tough because we did Pinkalicious, so I think of like Pinkalicious as like part of Mama D's, even though it's definitely not. Because it was all one experience, so we were spending the whole day and night at the theater, and it was the same when I did Elephant and Piggy the following year, so it was crazy.
It was absolutely crazy.
I didn't have
all right. Let's jump over to Ronnie.
Hi everyone. I did A Chorus Line.
Yes.
With Andee. And I did
and Peej.
A couple. Oh my gosh, and Peej. Oh my gosh. And who else? Tino's not on here, but yes, some Heart Kids. Oh my God, yes, our Bobby. And then I did some Mama D's. I think I did 2 of them. I think I did
Yes.
one.
You did the really raunchy one.
You did the Dick in the Box one.
Right. Was that before a chorus line or was that after?
Oh,
You
God.
did the Halloween one, the first, a long time ago, Ronnie. You did the
Long time ago. I remember it. Yeah.
You and
So I
Jake
couple
did
Mama
that
D's.
song together.
Yes.
Oh my
what was that?
God.
The Mele Trainer. And
Yes.
then we changed it to Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yes.
But yeah, just some Mama D's and a chorus line.
Okay, Peej, let's see if we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I did Frog and Toad with Tori ages ago. Was that 2014 maybe?
Yep.
I thought you were going to say 20 years ago, and I was like, Jesus.
20 years ago. And then Sean and I did Hair. And then I did chorus line with those kids. And then during Pinkalicious, Amanda and I were doing Title of Show and Mama D's. And then I came back to Avenue Q 8 or so months later.
It's been a lot.
Wait.
Peej.
Title of show was during, right around Pinkalicious time?
It was
They were-
all
That was the triad.
morning.
Yes, that's why.
Rehearsed
This is
Big
the
triad.
Wow.
How did we not get arrested for how we treated you?
We'll never know.
I don't know, but come on, memories, y'all. Good
Oh,
memories.
Memories.
Tori had the plague. I had the flu. Amanda cried all the time. Andee was half asleep. Ronnie was fabulous.
No.
Ronnie, we still have your dehumidifier in the green room.
Oh, someone sent me a picture of that. I forget who. And that's my
So
name.
you must have been dehumidifying something because it's still there.
It was probably from Richie because at
Oh
that
my
time
God.
I was just trying to figure out how to sing that track.
Give me the
Yeah,
ball,
you
baby.
could have put all 25 of us from a chorus line on one Zoom call. That would have been beautiful chaos.
I would only want to do it if we could get it in one straight line.
Okay, in order.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
I hear
That would be fun. All right, Tori Mooney.
What are we saying again when we
You're
when we
telling
first
us all
started?
this, everything you've done at the Playhouse.
Oh, well, my first show was way back when with Amanda Forker, my mother, in Go Dog Go. And then I did about 1,000 children's shows. And then I landed with my last children's show with Pinkalicious, and I have not done one since. But I've done many Mama D's, and I'm also a stop time performer. So I've done lots of stop time, but never an actual main stage otherwise. So basically I've done a lot of Darlene shows and children's shows.
And you're also on staff. You're also our front of house manager.
Yes, of course. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, started a long time ago. Go Dog Go with Amanda. I was Green Dog and she was Yellow Dog.
Oh.
And there was Blue Dog and
Hillary. Yep.
There was like
And
Jake was
Hattie.
the lady dog.
Yep.
And that other guy. I'm
the
so
other guy.
sorry.
Ted.
And then I was Pink Girl. Yep, that's about it.
Oh, that's all.
So-
That's all.
But yes, I did do in there as well. Lots of shows with Peej, Freckleface, You're with Frog and Toad. Yes, many children's shows. Amanda and I did.
Oh,
Good
wait,
Night
what do we got here, Darlene?
Oh boy, that is Go Dog Go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There it is.
Yep, lots of children's shows.
Lots and lots.
Before we talk about kind of what you guys have been up to recently.
We haven't finished Amanda yet.
Oh, we didn't go to Amanda yet?
No.
Oh my goodness, Amanda, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I also was in Something Cool This Way Comes, which is a moment of pride. and title of show with
Woohoo.
Peej
Yes.
and
So good.
nonsense and swing
Yes.
it star
Wow.
Oh my
and
God.
Mama D's and stop times and Miss Nelson is missing.
Oh,
Good Night Moon. That was a good one. I wore bunny ears. Oh, my elf on the shelf.
Oh.
Aw.
Have
So-
you guys counted how many different productions you've been in at the theater? I wonder what a record is. I think you probably have it, Amanda, right?
I think she might. It was between her and Peej for a while, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll have to do a
We'll
count
have to figure it out.
Yeah.
for me.
One of the things, if you guys could just think back to Pinkalicious and remember that time, what is something that you remember about that experience? It could be a moment in the show that you had. It could be something between the five of you. It could be something about your day.
Go, Amanda.
So was it like the last show? It was towards the end, and I could not make my costume change for the end of the show. And I came out because I couldn't unzip my dress or something. I came out wearing Ronnie's pink shirt. I was like, I haven't changed. You are not Mr. Pinkerton.
And then you followed that up with Walk of Shame, right?
Yeah, I was like, bye.
Right.
And the fact that you could not change one costume when Pinkalicious changes in 12 seconds 1,000 times.
I know. I don't think it was only my fault. I'll say that much. But I came up with a solution.
Fair enough.
Tori, how many times do you think you changed clothes per day during Pinkalicious / Mama D's?
like including getting ready for the show or during the
Go ahead.
performance? From what?
Go ahead, all of the above.
Brown hair, pink hair, red hair, brown hair. And then times that by sometimes 3.
3 times
So,
a day, 3 shows a day.
yeah. Or get undone too.
Yep.
So,
And then,
somewhere on there, maybe 15 or so.
Oh my!
but
You had
then
to
Mama
slide
D's at,
through the bed to get out to
right,
change.
Tori, but then you had Mama D's at night.
I had Mama D's at night or the train.
Oh, Jesus. Oh
I
my
was
God.
not only
The
doing Mama D's
train.
and Pinkalicious, I also was doing the North Pole Express. Those were, yeah, it was a struggle bus that whole December. It was a very, very long December
Oh,
for me. They all
Anybody-
witnessed it with me.
It was fun. Anybody else have any good memories?
I remember so there were those 2 little like cupcake ballets, and one of them we were, beautiful and elegant, and then the other one we came out and we were like angry cupcakes.
Yes.
And we would
evil
ask the
cupcake.
kids to draw pictures about their experience after the fact. And we got that like one evil cupcake picture back from that kid. I think you still have it in the office.
We did.
And I was like, oh, of all the things that a child could take away from this show, like angry cupcake was what stuck with them.
Oh my God. That was wild. Oh.
And the parents are talking about, is it no good? No. Is it better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is it back?
Go.
Just go for it. Just enunciate.
Okay, so Ronnie had a line where he said, "Oh, darling," to the mom, but backstage it sounded like he was saying, "Oh, Darlene," and every day.
I had no
"Oh,
idea."
Darlene.
Yes.
In my
Oh,
head now,
Ronnie.
Mrs. Pinkerton's first name is Darlene.
Oh,
Yes, I remember
Ronnie.
Oh,
I knew you loved me, Ronnie. I just didn't know how much.
During such a serious scene. Oh,
Oh
Darlene.
my God.
Oh, Darlene.
Oh my goodness.
It was so
I
lovely.
really liked our set. I remember really liking, like when we came in and everything was painted and the house was set up and we saw the bed, and I remember just being like, this is so cute and like so fun and like
So
will be
pink.
fun to play- so pink, and especially because I did a chorus line before, which is no set. It was fun to like have a set at the Playhouse and like
Yeah.
Florida
Darlene,
open.
who was on the team there for that show?
God, whew,
Lisa,
Andee, our backstage Andee painted a lot of
Andee,
it.
Oh,
Andee backstage. I think Emily Nichols designed our
Oh,
set.
it was so wonderful. That's right, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of see it in the Mama D picture. It's
my God.
also
The floor was
a
great.
hot dog.
That
So
was
she
so
made the
fun.
floor look like one of those candies, those Starburst candies.
It was so good.
So cute. And then it kind of doubled nicely for very sexy Mama D's. You know how things go with that.
One
We
day
have
you
this.
walk in as a mother, the next you own a brothel. Like,
There you
Yes.
go. A little Ronnie and Tori.
oh.
Wait, was that the year of the raunchy Mamadis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look.
it was raunchy, but it wasn't like. Oh wait, no, that was the one.
Yes, it was.
Santa, yeah.
That one was a
That
lot.
was the one.
It was the raunchiest Mama D's ever. We've never gone back. No,
Okay.
And we
No.
were all
Tori
a part
broke
of
the
it,
bed.
all of us. It wasn't like
Yeah.
any of us were left out of it. We were all there together.
You were all there.
Unique and collective experience.
And the fact that you went from a children's show in the day to the raunchiest Mama D's we've ever done, it just shows your versatility.
You're
So-
yeah.
I'm so proud.
This
The
isn't
things-
summer stock, kids.
Yeah, I would put that on your special skills. Able to flip like that.
Our costumes in the backstage was literally like Pinkalicious and then our nighties and everything. We shared that.
For Hot Dog Song, I did wear one of your tulle skirts, Tori, because I
Yes.
didn't want to wear a skirt that was too short. I was uncomfortable, so you lent me the skirt that I ended up wearing for Mama D's. It was like
Oh my God.
fair Pinkalicious skirt.
Darlene, can you show that again? That is Peej back as Bobby in Chorus Line, right?
Yes.
Oh,
That was a good time.
It was a good
those were the
time.
good old days.
It was so fun. That
was
show,
really good.
yeah. How about this one?
Oh, that's
You.
Avenue Q, right?
Avenue
Yeah.
Q. And after you did Avenue Q for us, Peej, you went on to do that elsewhere. Am I correct?
Did. I auditioned for it like 5 days after we closed at Playhouse, so I was like ready to do the show again. And then it was in the following February, but the audition was like the minute I got back to New York, I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I think
This
your Trekkie monster was the funniest,
Oh my God. That I've ever seen.
funniest moment of the Playhouse for me, ever.
Absolutely.
I love that track. I would do that track for the rest of my life. I love that track so much.
So fun. I'm just giving a little flashbacks here. Name that show, Tori?
Frog and Toad.
Yes.
We flew south for the winter. I love that show. That was one of my
Here you
favorites.
were. There's Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad. I love Frog and Toad.
Have
Oh my God.
either of you talked to Mark at all?
We ran into each other at the Playhouse for some. He came to an open mic at one point.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
With the and then he did Altar Boys at the theater too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about this handsome man?
All right.
Oh, baby.
Indeed.
Oh, Lordy.
That's a good one.
Let's. So what has been going on with you all since? Darlene? Or maybe somebody could have. What year did you say it was? When we did this?
2016.
Okay, so like almost 4 years or so. Was it 2016 in
December.
December.
December, because we were doing Mama D Christmas.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's been going on,
So
Andee?
Ronnie, were you still in school, Ronnie? Were you done?
I was approaching my second semester of senior year.
Yeah, so you were just about to be done, and we were able
Yeah.
to finagle you into that show.
Yeah, I was done in May 20. Oh, I was about to say May 2020. Whoa.
Yeah, no.
May 2017.
Nothing good is happening in May 2020.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us where you went after you left the Playhouse, all the great things you are doing.
I went to I graduated school in May. And then I went to New York for a little bit, auditioned a little bit, but it was kind of just like commuting from Connecticut, trying to save money. Then I went on tour with the chorus line in December. And I did that with Bjork Lee, and I did that
Nice.
for 7 months. Then after that, I chilled for a little bit, and then I went on tour with Anastasia in the September of 18, and then I was with that tour until January of 2020.
Yes, Mr.
Oh, wow.
Pinkerton
Nice.
Yeah.
did us proud. One more picture of Ronnie. Yes, the chorus line.
Oh my
Ronnie.
gosh. The hardest part of the show.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Ronnie, so you did 2 tours. How was that for you? Did you 2 long tours, right? How was that? Did you enjoy
Yeah.
the tour life?
Overall, I really did. It is something that you have to adapt to, and just something that you just have to keep yourself priority, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the things, because you're constantly moving. So you have to find things in your life that are going to be your constant, whether that's your dressing room station, whether that's your workout schedule, whether that's what you eat. So I found I was able to, it was fine. I also was fresh out of college, just grateful that someone hired me, seeing the world. It was kind of like, who am I to complain type of thing.
Yeah.
So like, will I necessarily want to do 2 tours 10 years from now? Who knows? But like, right when it happened was great. It allowed me to just be like, I'm young and I just want to learn, instead of kind of being older and maybe I would have been jaded and would have been like, why didn't we get to the hotel at this time when they told us we'd be at this time? Little things like that really helped me just like breathe through.
Yeah.
So I did like it. It was great. It really was.
Well, I think it's an experience. I don't think I could tour, but ever. But I guess some
Really?
people, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a battle. It's definitely a battle. But yeah, I don't see myself touring for a while. But who knows? Maybe in the future.
Yeah, Darlene, I can't see you sharing a room with somebody.
No, and and I know I was talking to my friend Deanne Cox, and she had never toured. I mean, she's a seasoned actress, a Tony nominee actress, but she's never toured. And the day before the virus hit, she signed to do the tour of Tootsie, and then because she said she just thought that was a vital part of being an actress that she never did. So she said she was going to do it, and then it was canceled. So that's a bummer.
She would have killed in that role too.
I would have loved to have seen her in that.
Yeah, she had never toured. So, and I was surprised when she said it, because I'm like, really, you would want to tour? And she said, well, it's not that I want to, but I feel like it is part of my rite of passage.
Is it completely canceled, or is it just postponed?
It was canceled, and they said if they brought it back, it's going to be a whole non-ec tour, which means she's out, which stinks.
Oh.
Wow, that's interesting. How that's, because if you think about it, so though that tour that's a first national, right? So that's going to be playing at these 2,000, 3,000 seat houses. If they bring it back, that's a really expensive show that has to be social distanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does have to. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and that's why it would definitely go non-ec.
Wow, that's really interesting. I wonder if other tours are going to be affected that way.
I don't know. It's a challenge.
Andee, talk to us about what's going on.
Oh, well, I had the
About a little bit of this.
Working a bunch. Oh, yeah. So, I did a whole lot at Playhouse, and, I got to learn and grow a whole lot right when I graduated school by working with you all. And I'm so grateful, because I feel like it gave me a lot of traction.
You also worked in other capacities besides on stage. You were backstage, I mean, in the office helping.
Yeah. When I worked for a summer at Ivoryton Playhouse, where I was performing at night there, and then in the morning I'd get in my car and drive up to Playhouse on Park and do box office. I love all aspects of production. I had the privilege of going on tour as well with Legally Blonde, which is a show that I absolutely love. And I got to play Margot, which is a role that I've always wanted to play.
Right.
And Ronnie's right. Touring is, its own kind of animal, and you really have to settle into. I would get to the hotel and I'd go and work out, and then I'd go do the show, but it was great, and I was so lucky to have such a great cast for that too. And then immediately after, I did a horror movie, which is actually going to be released in July. The trailer just came out for that, so I've been really lucky to have a very wide range of experiences in a short time in my career. But of course, Playhouse is always at the top of my list, and what's in my heart.
You do what I think is the most terrifying performing art, which is stand-up.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how people do it. I think it's absolutely the most terrifying thing to stand in front and with people expecting.
It's like putting yourself on stage to be a target. Okay.
Well, I always joke that I'm cast on charisma. I'm a good actor. I'm a good singer. I'm a pretty good dancer. But I think what my special something comes from the fact that I just love to be funny, and I love to make people laugh, and that's what I do. And it's something that I think I'll be doing until I'm 100 years old, and I'll be like Betty White. I'm gonna work until I'm on my deathbed. So
I like Betty.
Well, what's been the most challenging part of doing stand-up comedy?
It's probably being a small-statured, young-looking woman in that medium. I've had instances where I'm professionally hosting at a club, and I'll walk out of the room, and fellow comedians will ask me if I'm an audience member looking for the bathroom. And it's like, oh no, I'm the host of this show, and you would have known that if you weren't 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
So, you got to hand it to a couple people now and again, but you guys know me, I'm scrappy. So it's a great medium to kind of go along with musical theater, because, it came out of vaudeville, it came out of that realm. So in a way, it's kind of returning to what musical theater was born out of.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hey, Ronnie, can I just back up to you for a second? Am I remembering correctly that you also worked in our box office?
I was gonna say that. Yes, I worked in the box office for like a couple months, maybe right before I left.
Because I'm pretty remembering that you were pretty good at it too.
I really didn't know how I was gonna.
So if this acting, singing, dancing thing doesn't work out, you can come answer a phone anytime.
I will take you up on that.
He laughs and says,
I will.
Absolutely.
I will. You never.
Oh my God.
Look, I might be there. Well, actually, I was going to say next week, but I won't be there next week.
And am I correct that all of you are from Connecticut, correct? Everybody was born and raised in Connecticut.
wow.
Oh, no, I was not.
Oh, no, you're
Oh,
not.
no.
Live in Connecticut. Oh, sure. Oh my God. The one person who lives in my house, I should know. But it's like, oh, she's from Connecticut. But
As you were saying that, I was like, yeah. I'm like, no, I wasn't.
no, I'm not. Oh, I forgot.
Are you guys in the same room right now?
No. I thought it would be better if we
Our
were.
wall, Sean.
What?
I don't even know her. I don't even know her.
The wall colors are different.
That's a good point.
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. All right, Peej, let's see what we can get out of your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Sure.
You can.
Okay. Yeah, what was the question?
What have you been up to since you left?
Oh, let's see.
Or post
I had
Pinkalicious.
Yeah. So Pink, and then we did title of the show was in the fall, and then I did Young Frankenstein after that in Virginia, which I also love. That and Avenue Q are two things I would do forever. I fell in love. And Tori and Darlene visited when we were in Tech. Y'all were driving back up from Virginia Beach, which was wild.
It was wild.
And
We were like,
then let's see,
"You're
that was
there."
summer 20. It was like bizarre. It was worlds colliding. And then after that, right after that, we did Avenue Q, and then I did Avenue Q again, and then the summer of 2018, I don't remember what I did, but I signed with a manager right after we wrapped Avenue Q at Playhouse. So I've been trying to get more into TV and film with kind of high-profile auditions and all that. And I had a callback for Blue Bloods like 2 days before we all shut down. So
Could happen.
okay, but that was, I mean, you were saying like Van, like I had a couple of things lined up for the summer that got postponed and everything, so it's just happening to everyone. But yeah,
Everybody.
I'm keeping busy, you know.
That's
Loving
good.
New York. I hate, like that Ronnie said, you said like in 10 years I couldn't tour. No, I don't want to.
Oh,
Actually writing a television show for me and Peej that I'm gonna start pitching soon.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. And I have to say that one of the most iconic characters that have come out of the Playhouse is the elf on a shelf. So you will forever be our elf on a shelf.
Yes.
And so all of us have enjoyed Mama D's and all of that goes with it. So I'm so lucky to have all of you involved with that. And
Where is that
yeah.
costume? Where's Peej's red?
in our storage, we have it. It's under lock and key. It has a cute little box.
It was a Pinkalicious costume. It was,
It was
one
there.
of Tori's outfits that she didn't want.
Because no one else is going to be able to get it.
I basically am a different version of the elf on the shelf. It's like I was
Exactly.
wearing your costume.
So yes, so a little bit about Mama D's I wanted to throw in because Amanda has been with Mama D's since day one as our fabulous hostess with the mostest.
Yes.
And it's just amazing what you have done with that whole genre of theater that I could not have put together without you, because it was just an idea and you helped create it. And all of you, as you all joined into it, made it what it is today. And it just grows into a crazy animal all the time. So on that note, Amanda, let's go to you, because you are one of the most diverse people. You go from that to your Jane Austen side to, so give us a little stuff you're doing right now.
Where's my doily?
Please, I want you to be crafting right now. Get your doily on your head.
Get the doily.
Oh, well, yes. Post Pinkalicious, I did title of show, and then started working in an office, not the musical. What is that? Oh, yes, and then I made my triumphant return.
Amanda, you must quit work and come become a nun.
Oh, boy. I loved getting high in that show. That was fun.
Yes. Oh my God, my ribs ached every rehearsal.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. And yeah, I've been really lucky to always have a home performing at Playhouse, so I thank you for that.
Yes, and a little bit about Carol Burnett.
Oh, I love her. It was her birthday Sunday.
Shut up.
I think that's true.
Okay. Well, for anybody that's going to be watching this, did not get to see you in that show, and
That
to know
was a highlight.
how brilliant you were. You and Becky LaBombard killed that show.
Oh.
Yeah. So hopefully someday we will bring that back. Yeah.
I saw her live this year, Amanda, in New Brunswick. She talked about her life and she showed clips, and it was amazing. And she did the whole question and answer stuff. It was beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But I was just, I mean, how Amanda and Becky were able to portray her and that whole, it was great. Just so talented.
It was a great excuse to go back and just be able to watch videos of Carol Burnett for
Absolutely. Yes, and to introduce her to people who did not know who Carol Burnett was. What is wrong with anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sin.
I
It's a
know.
sin.
I agree. She's a goddess.
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. All right, then we're going to jump over to Miss Tori Mooney, who's the busiest person I know that does more jobs than anybody. So get to work, girl.
I have just been eating pink cupcakes and eating more pink cupcakes. Yeah, no, I pretty much have not done a children's theater show after this one. Taken a break from those early morning shows. But yeah, just working at the Playhouse, front of house manager, but also still performing always in stop time, as well as Mama D's. Still teaching at Hartford Stage pretty much throughout the year. A lot of summer camp, directing in the spring, and then North Pole Express in the winter.
Pixie
Yeah, just odd jobs.
Great.
Nothing too exciting, sorry.
No,
Very busy.
always. What, if you guys think about doing, because you all have done our theater for young audiences, what is, this is my great question, and see if you would answer. My first thing is, like, what do you feel is like the most rewarding thing about performing for theater for young audiences? And then if you could think of some sort of a story or some sort of a moment or a realization that maybe was like an uncomfortable, like what would be like one of those disaster moments with performing for theater for young audiences?
Disaster moment?
Or like one of those, like those uncomfortable things, or that, you know, there's a lot of those stories. Usually
we had during once again, I'll have the stories on the disasters. No, that situation during the Three Little Pigs where the child wandered onto the stage and no adult came to retrieve the child. They came all the way from the fourth row in the middle of the like final scene where the wolf is like in the house, you know, and no one came to take the child. So I break character-ish and like bring the child off the stage. I'm just like, stranger in the house. Like that's a moment where I'm like, this should not be happening, these children shows. But like, I love them too. Like I live for those moments. So
they're
I
fun
don't know.
disasters, right?
I love the school performances. Love, love, love. And the meet and greets after really make you a star is really, really what it is.
Unless you're a yellow dog.
Yes, the kids always seem to have your favorites, and then if you're not the favorite, then you're just
Tori's the favorite.
standing
For
there.
Pinkalicious, I mean,
Rockstar.
Without a doubt. And I mean, I was so happy the fact that we were able to have a diverse cast for this show, and that the children just absolutely accepted it, not a single question asked. And that made me so happy because I feel like we have just introduced everything to these kids and they just eat it up and enjoy it. And that's so wonderful. So I was so grateful for this show and for this cast. You were all so beautiful. And again, when we do children's programming, for anyone that doesn't know out there and is watching this, they can do 2 to 3 shows at least a day. Sometimes more if we have the sensory friendly shows added on. And there's so much, and you know, and it's not just, oh, the show's an hour long. It's the prep, because kids shows have so much costume and makeup. It's the post, meeting all the kids afterwards. It's all of the question answers. And there's so much that goes into it. And I don't know about you all, but I know when I teach at the university that I tell my students, and whether you tell friends, children's theater is important. It's like a good way to cut your teeth on anything, because if you can do kids theater, then you can do anything, because there is no getting away with anything, because those kids will call you out. And that's my next question. Have you ever been in on stage when a kid has yelled out something that you can remember?
They didn't yell out things, but I always saw a very noticeable difference when I sat down to sing my lullaby. They were like, I'm singing.
Well, here's a clue. When there's a lullaby coming, anytime we're going to sing a ballad in a children's show, you can be damn sure there's either going to be a mirror ball coming out or some bubbles, because you gotta keep the kids entertained. So anytime Tori and I were watching a few of the old shows, we're like, oh, here comes the ballad. I bet the mirror ball comes out.
Very important, because you get what you get. It's not exciting.
But then I think after the third or fourth show that we used the bubble machine, we had to stop, because a bubble would always escape like maybe one song early, and then every kid in the audience would be like this. Mom!
I know a repeat question from when we would talk to the kids would be like, can I have a cupcake? Because they thought we actually had real cupcakes in the show. So like
that would
the
be a
whole
lot
theater
of
experience, they were on board, but they were just like, is there a food and drink portion of this program?
Is it a dinner?
Is it dinner?
I remember. I remember when we started the show with the blackout, and we would all go out on stage. And I don't know if it's because I started the show in the audience. I don't know if it's just because it was so early, but I remember just kind of getting annoyed that every time we had a blackout, it was like the kids had never seen darkness before. And they were just like, oh my God, what the hell? And it's just like at 9:45 a.m. like,
Do it.
you love what you do. You love what you do. You love what you do.
You needed some coffee at that point.
Right, exactly. And that's when I wasn't drinking coffee. It would have been a whole different experience.
Could have been a whole other show.
Oh,
Yes,
I'll never
that's
forget
very true. Anytime there's a blackout, the kids are always freaked out by it. And yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
Well, in Pinkalicious too, it starts with a thunderstorm. That's in the script.
that. Oh, that's what it is.
So we turned off all the lights and we turned on thunder and lightning. They freaked out.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my God. Well, I have to say it was a joy to direct the show, mostly because I didn't have to do much work. Tori and Peej had already done the show before, so they're basically like, yeah, we know what to do. We're just going to run this. I'm like, all right, just sit back and relax, and everybody else does their thing. So, not that y'all paid me for nothing, Sean, but it was a pretty easy gig. They were working hard, back and going, yeah, that looks good. All right, let's do that again.
I loved working with all of you. It was
so
a really
fun.
fun show.
Oh, so fun.
How many shows were there total?
10 million.
More than 10.
There's
No,
a video of
I
me
said 10
like
million.
knocking them
Oh,
off.
I thought you said 10. I'm like, I know it was more than that.
That was in a
Two-week
day.
run, but we were doing, I think, 3 shows on Saturdays.
I think I had 48 or something. I remember there were it was a lot.
That's great.
Because we added it, we extended.
Oh, you extended. That's right.
Yes,
Oh,
and then we had fun things like the tea party.
yes.
You all had your little hats and went and sang at the Christmas stroll
Oh,
in West
that was
Hartford
so fun.
Center.
That was so fun.
Cute little pink beanies. Oh my God, you were so freaking cute. My God, I hope y'all remember this when you're 50 or 60, because it's
Oh,
just
we
so
took that
funny.
We took a picture on like a.
The
Yes,
sled
next
was outside.
at the sled. Yes, at ACP.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. There's so many good memories. And I take a lot of pride in our children's theater, our theater for young audiences at the Playhouse, because we try to keep our production value equal to what we do for a main stage show. We try to cast people that we would clearly cast in a main stage show. And we treat our children's audiences just like any other audience, because they deserve to learn how to be real audience members. And you never know who you're going to inspire to either enjoy being on the stage, but also we need to grow audiences. And, historically our audiences are always older. So if we can engage these kids at a young age to enjoy going to the theater and not freak out when it gets dark, and then hopefully they'll just keep coming back, and eventually they'll be our subscribers in 20 years when I'm dead. But, just it's out there and it's happening.
Darlene,
But-
you're gonna live to be 110. I don't know who you're kidding.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be out there bottoming on that
Only
stage.
if I can still do that.
110.
I
Yeah,
Yo!
right there.
Eat
Yes.
your green food.
I was just gonna say the
Do
leg
that,
was
I don't want to be here.
She just
I was
kicked
gonna-
her face.
I was gonna
Kick
ask
my face.
Steve and Tori to speak to green food. What was that experience like?
It's so funny because as you just said that, I was like thinking about the songs in the show and I was like, green food. Wait, no. Buzz off.
Buzz off. I remember thinking I would never survive having to
Cardio stamina, like 101.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, where's this music?
Hi. Are you a flower? No. Flower I never seen.
The marathon song.
Marathon. Amanda and I would just be changing, listening to the song, like, okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get through it this time, right?
I have to go in now.
Chirp buzz
So
room.
fun.
Get to the end, right?
Chirp, chirp.
Oh, that's so
It was
true.
crazy. It was just a crazy show and crazy fun. And again, I think Tracy will tell you it's the most successful children's show we've ever had, and she would bring it back every week if we could.
Yeah.
So whenever y'all want to do it again,
That's
you
amazing.
And
imagine
nobody
that?
is raising their hand right now,
Can
Darlene.
you imagine
If it was
that?
an evening show or an afternoon, not so much the mornings.
We've all given up those mornings.
And I really,
There
really-
weren't even like posters printed because you didn't need to do any press for it. Like
Oh,
it just
yeah.
yeah.
We sold
We had
out before. Yeah.
We had nothing. We had no posters. We had no pictures. We had no nothing. But we had a shit ton of people watching the show
yeah.
because it was good. Y'all were so
I
fun.
really believe that it is because how talented you all were and how Darlene really knows. You all can grasp into it, but Darlene really knows who those kids are to
Space.
be, you know, and the space, like it kind of just was one of those shows that just fit kind of like a glove, you know. It was like I don't know how many people came back and saw it again, but I imagine that if they didn't, they wanted to. Like it was that kind of like it was a multiple viewing.
Yeah, it was
need.
a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun, and I love our theater so much. I just love the intimacy of it. But I love seeing it from 3 different sides, and I try to see every show. Obviously, I do see every show from all 3 sides because every side tells a different story and gets a different feeling from all of you. And I love the challenge. Kann, you've directed there so many times, and I've choreographed there so many times. But I love that challenge of hitting everybody in the audience and knowing that everybody's getting a different experience and yet sharing the same moments, because somebody's seeing your face and somebody's seeing their face at different times. And at the same time, you can see other audience members because you've got that 3/4. And I don't know, it's just really special to me. It's hard for me to watch proscenium shows unless they are super like ginormous stage shows. But watching the intimate productions are so much more interesting to me now that I've gone through this so much. And again, we are so grateful to have had you. We're so lucky to have had you. Please keep coming back and auditioning. And Tori, just don't leave because we need you as our front of house manager. And maybe we'll get her in a main stage show one of these days. One never
Maybe.
knows.
Yes.
One never knows. So, Sean, is there anything else you want to ask them?
No,
or-
I just hope everybody, stays in touch. We follow your careers as much as we can through Facebook
Absolutely.
and Instagram, but like, it's really, we were just, very, obviously very proud of this cast. And if you think, we talked about this earlier, it's like, we saw all of these things happen to you after the show too. And there is a sense of pride for us. Definitely. It's
Mhm.
like, and we are okay being the theater that people use as kind of like a launching point.
Absolutely.
We are totally cool with that. Like, and I learned the most when I never stopped working doing regional theater. Like when it was those days that go from 9 till 11 o'clock at night. That's when it's like college again. It's like, it's so intensive. And I think there is, as crazy as that was, I think that's an experience that will be so useful in terms of work ethic, right?
Mhm.
To be able to juggle 3 shows, 3 different types of shows, 5 performances a day. I mean, it's like craziness.
Yeah, and I think work ethic is the one thing that once you have it, it's just your most valuable tool. And before I let you all go, because we are in this crazy time of the world and we are in quarantine, I'd just like to hear a little bit. Andee, who are you quarantining with? Anybody?
I'm quarantined with my parents and our 2 dogs. Right before I left New York, I had actually just taken a job in January working for a financial firm because I was like, oh, I'll stay around here, do some comedy. So I'm working from home now, which is like cute and cushy, and I like what I do, so.
Oh, that's great. Peej, where are you?
I'm in my apartment in New York City with my roommate Erin and my cat Jeffrey, and
Yay, Jeffrey.
we're having a grand old time.
Oh, that's good. Ronnie?
I'm in Connecticut. I left New York, my apartment in New York, and I'm here with my mom and my sister.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And our dog Mocha.
Oh,
Oh,
Amanda?
I am with my elderly roommates, whom I call my and I'm very happy that my sister Rachel is here from DC as well, quarantining with us. So we both get parental attention.
Oh, that's so lovely. Tori, I know where you are, but tell everybody.
I am in Vernon, Connecticut at Darlene's house where I have been living for many years now with her son, my boyfriend. With Darlene and her husband. So Darlene, Tibor, me, Nick, Tibor's mother, and myself and Nick's 2 dogs. So it's quite a party. But
Full
we're
house.
a team.
Lots of food. There's been lots of cooking here. And one last question. If you could do anything right now, as in the world would go back to normal right now, what would be the one thing you would really want to do? I'll start with Peej.
I'd go to Chinatown. I miss Chinatown. I want to go downtown.
Okay, good to know. Andee?
Peej and I were talking about going on vacation together again. So I really want to do that when the world goes back to normal.
Where on earth would you 2 go?
We take cruises together.
No, do not do that. Do not do that.
Did you all take a cruise together?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just the 2 of us. Everybody asked if we were married. It was amazing. I loved it.
I think and did you guys meet doing Chorus Line?
Yeah.
I love that you met during Chorus Line and then you go on vacation and cruises together.
You are a cute couple, by the way.
Who would have
All
thought?
right, Ronnie, what would you do?
Probably just be on my way to dinner somewhere in New York. I miss the city. I miss my apartment. I miss my friends. Or just taking a really fun, not too intense, not too I have to think dance class in the city would be great because it's it's nothing like dancing with people.
Yep.
I miss it. But yeah,
Tell me about it.
those are my things.
Okay, Amanda, what would you do?
I would go to the movies and get popcorn.
Oh,
Love the movies. I didn't go enough before quarantine.
oh my God. Now
missed
you're never
the
gonna
movies.
not do what you want to do because you're gonna say, what if I get quarantined again?
Exactly.
Tori, what would you do if you could bust out of my house?
I would go to my friend's house and hug them because I just sat on the Playhouse patio with my 2 friends, social distancing literally across the patio in the freezing cold because we can't be together. That's really what I would do is hug my friends and just be with them.
Yes. So I think we are all missing that social contact and hugs. So can I just give you all a virtual hug right now? I'm so grateful for all of you. We are all struggling now. We are hoping to come through this on the other side. The Playhouse, we cannot lose this Playhouse. So we are going to keep working at however we're going to stay alive. So say all the good karma you can send our way so that we can keep doing what we do. We are so proud of the opportunities we create for people, and to be able to have casts like you come back and talk to us is so, so sweet and lovely. So keep us in your thoughts and come back and visit often. And I'm going to sign us out with a little finale from Pinkalicious.
I've got a thing or two to say about the color pink. If there's one thing in the world that I love more than anything,
Bye, everybody.
there's one thing in
Yeah, I
the
wanna
world
Bye, guys. Good seeing you guys.
above everything.
Oh my God, this song.
Like no other. And her most
This is good.